Welcome back. This is Akinar here with more Expedition 33. This is episode 29, and we've just gotten underway here in Act 3, discovering and exploring this just massive world that has opened up to us in a way unlike before. And last episode, I had asked you all for some input, some feedback on where we should go next, or how maybe some recommendations on how to structure the remainder of the game here. The big debate being whether to go to Lumiere now or later. And it seems like there's some differing opinions or recommendations on that, but there did also, I kind of got the sense that there's a general consensus, or my big takeaway was at least, do the side content, as much of it as you want. And when you get to Lumiere, you can turn up the difficulty, right? The game has given us, we saw last time, the new challenge mechanism that allows you to turn enemy health all the way up to 100 times if you want, and institute a damage cap once again. And we have recoats for our characters. We could, redo their attributes so that they have less weapon scaling, and there's all sorts of ways that we can give ourselves more of a challenge. So my instinct as a player is always to do the side content first before the main content. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to generally have some fun and just keep exploring this, because there's so much to explore. And we gotta at least get a good survey of everything, even if we don't complete every last single chromatic or some of these challenges that we saw last time. Like the Duelistas, which I think somebody had indicated is a new bit of content that was added to the Endless Tower. There are some absolutely absurd fights that we've seen, and we may or may not be able to win all of those, but we're going to have some fun, at least for now, and just explore. And we'll see how things go. The other big recommendation that you all had was that we need to go back to camp, because apparently there's some stuff to do back at camp, which I would not have guessed. Because so far the game, let's go back to camp. The game, after you go to camp and then you go back out onto the continent, there's really not anything else to do back at camp, at least until you do some more main story progression. So the whole game has taught me, like, don't worry about going back to camp until you've done some other stuff. Well, it turns out in this case, apparently, we've got some stuff to do with our characters right away.
Who's going to upgrade our Pictos now?
I can do it.
And that is the case as we get prompted right away with dialogue, just walking into camp. Okay, so we no longer have the curator. It's kind of funny that the curator, there was, as I was loading the game in, one of the tooltips on the loading screen said, the curator can be used to upgrade your resources at camp. Be sure to visit him. Hey, wait a second, game. Wait a second. We've had some changes to that plan. The curator ain't exactly who we thought he was. I guess we never really knew who he was until we really knew. The point is, though, in any case, he's no longer around. So I guess Mael can upgrade Pictos now. She actually does have this. Upgrade weapons, upgrade expedition resources, as well as the fact that we have at the flag that same option. So we can just do this anytime. But hey, Mael has taken over those duties that were previously assigned to who we now know to be her father. Okay, why don't we start then with Mael? She's kind of our central character, isn't she? But Verso's also very, very central, because this is his canvas. Like, it was so weird when they introduced Verso. Act 2 is called Verso. But even then, when they named the act after him, I don't know, maybe I was mourning the loss of Gustav. I'd become so attached to him as a character. And this new guy showing up, it took me a while to warm up to Verso, because he just wasn't Gustav, and it just felt like he's a cheap replacement for him. But as it turns out, I kind of think it was the other way around. That it feels like Gustav, if anything, was a replacement for Verso in some ways. I don't know if that was planned by the paintress, by Aline, in terms of how was she able to shape who was involved with Mael in her life not just her parents, but the people around her? Was she doing things in some way to manipulate the citizens of Lumiere? There's some questions that I have about how exactly everything was set up in this canvas. Okay, enough of me talking. Let's speak with Mael and get some things underway.
Mael.
I'm getting quite tired of people telling me to go home. So please, no more.
Fine. As you wish.
They're counting on me. I won't abandon them. And I refuse to abandon you.
Yes, spend time with Mael. That's what I was hoping for. Because we want to, at some point, unlock these final gradient attacks, as well as, you know, progress things with our characters. Mael asks Verso if they could talk by the lake. They walk there together. And they sit in silence.
I found the letter
Oh, the letter.
What?
from Alicia.
How did she find that?
I need to see her. I want to talk to her and understand.
I hadn't thought about that, but Alicia is still out there, isn't she? The copy made by Aline. Renoir was destroyed, but we still have Verso, and therefore we still have Alicia as well.
Understand what?
Why, Maman?
What? Kept her scars? No. Don't go messing with her head. She doesn't need that, and she doesn't owe you any answers.
Oh, that's so funny. It's so interesting, this whole dynamic of these people who aren't really people, or at least not in the same sense as the people in the quote-unquote real world, and yet there is still a very emotional connection. And this part of... It's funny, Verso is a copy himself. He's not really human, but it brings... It raises the question of what is really human. If you're created to have the exact same neurons and processes inside your head, and by connection your heart, then you have these concerns for somebody, even though they're quote unquote not real. Don't mess with her head. She doesn't need that. Because that is kind of a fucked up thing, right? The fact that Aline painted Alicia not in a version like Mael is painted, but she on purpose gave her all of the scars and burn disfiguration, because I think in some way she blames Alicia. Maybe not directly for the fire, but the fact that she's around and Verso isn't.
She's the one who kept coming to me. I think she wants to see me.
We really need to review. I want to review those cutscenes, especially the one with Alicia visiting Mael in her nightmare, quote unquote. They who know not that they are not. It's gonna be so cool to look back on everything now.
Just leave her be. Please.
Verso, you're not doing her any favors. You already destroyed her world. Maybe I can help her. She doesn't owe me, but maybe I owe her.
You already destroyed her world. As in, you helped Renoir bring about the gommage of everybody. But was that really a world that Alicia felt connected to? I guess it's the only world she knows.
And let's not talk about what you owe her. Don't you want to see her too?
Yeah, of course. She doesn't want to see me, though. Not after... everything.
Then she can throw us out and we'll leave her alone.
Because really, Verso is the only one who kind of, I guess, went against his copy of a family. They were all, you know, Renoir to the very end was defending the Paintress, trying to keep them from destroying the world, quote unquote. Did Alicia feel the same way? Was she on the side of the paintress?
Is that a yes?
It seems like Versa's the only one who broke from... the only one who went a different direction.
Great. Where is she?
Mael's taking it for a yes.
If I had to guess, there is a place she loves. At the top of the mountain. Near the monolith.
Okay.
With the third axon.
There's a third axon. Excuse me?
Oh. That axon.
Wait, doesn't Mael know about this already?
I guess we're climbing.
Was there an axon that I completely missed? Verso promised to take Mael to his sister. She is most likely in a giant tower on the island of the last axon near the monolith. Well, now I really want to check. That's, I'm sure it has been added to our map, but we can't check the map when we're here in camp. So, okay. I'm excited to check that out. Very excited. But I'm also excited to talk to the rest of our characters. Let's go with, let's start on the left here with Ciel.
I don't usually get this nervous, but I'm nervous.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's not that I didn't care before. I cared about the mission, but now?
Now it's personal.
Spend time with Ciel. Let's go. Now it's personal.
You used to be a farmer. Is that why you use a scythe?
I guess, yeah.
Huh.
Once a farmer, always a farmer.
Is a double-headed scythe very useful on a farm, though?
Double the efficiency. You should see how quickly I can harvest crops.
I'll bet. I used to love the gardens of Lumiere. It must look quite different now.
Probably a lot more variety than back then. The Outdome teams brought back loads of new plants from the surrounding islands. That's actually how I met Pierre. I asked his team for honey petal samples. He brought me a bouquet of them and 15 boxes of plant cuttings.
What a romantic.
Smart man. If you want to romance a farmer, live plants are probably better than dead flowers.
Dead flowers are nice too.
You don't talk about your husband much.
I mean, why would she?
Sorry.
It's okay. It's just... it still hurts that he's gone.
You could understand maybe many, many years down the road, but it's too soon. Too soon, man.
Neither of us were perfect, but we were perfect for each other.
What happened to him? You don't have to talk about it.
He died in an accident on one of the islands near Lumiere. His body washed away.
Oh, dang, that sucks.
I'm sorry.
I was prepared for his gommage, but not for him to die in an accident.
I thought that he would have gommaged. So that is, interesting. You had already prepared yourself. You knew everybody else. Maybe that hurts even more, the fact that he didn't just go peacefully, quote unquote, like everybody else does with the gommage. Not sure if you can think of that as peaceful, but it certainly, it changes things when that's what you've emotionally prepared yourself for one thing.
We were supposed to have 5 more years together.
Sag.
It's okay. I've learned to be grateful for the time we did have, instead of angry at the time we lost.
It's hard, but you have to try. You have to try to look at it that way.
That's a good way to look at it. You were lucky to have found each other. Not everyone has that.
Yeah, I am. Very lucky.
That's deep, man. That's a, I love the depth that they've given even a character like Ciel, who is she's part of the team, but she's definitely not the central character, but there's still layers to her story. Verso stays a bit longer with Ciel, though she doesn't know it. Verso knows that she appreciates the support. Verso and Ciel understand each other. Relationship level increased. Let's go. Level 5. All right. Verso and Ciel spend more time together before joining the others. So, yeah, there's a little, interesting. I don't know exactly. We've joked before about shipping Verso and Ciel, but I'm going to be interested to see exactly how far their connection grows. Lune.
It's strange watching her.
Mael.
She has the power to remake our world. She's a paintress, but also our Mael.
That's got to be so weird when you've grown up your whole life thinking one particular thing about the paintress.
Yeah. She's our Mael.
Let's spend time with Lune. Let's do it. Verso approaches Lune, sensing she has something on her mind.
You said you traveled with other expeditions.
Yeah. Some.
Did you ever travel with the 46?
46? No. Why?
Was that the one her parents were on?
Oh, nothing. I thought maybe.
Which one do we go with? We'll just go with the simple, what is it?
What is it?
Maybe she says the same thing either way.
Lune?
Not sure how much these choices matter. I think it's her parents, though.
My parents,
Yeah.
they,
Had to be, right?
They were Expedition 46. I didn't travel with them, but I have come across their trail.
you have?
Yeah. On Siren's Island.
Oh.
Oh,
Interesting. Interesting. Now let's say this one.
I can show you,
really?
but don't expect too much, yeah? Come on, it's not far. Especially now that Eskia can fly.
No. No, we can't afford detours right now.
Lune wasn't listening at the very start when I said side content before main content.
Well,
We
if
have
you
all the
change your
time we
mind,
need.
You can go anytime. It's not far. On the outskirts of Siren's Island.
Thank you.
This is really cool. We're adding like these side quests. We're adding some side quests for at least Mael and Lune. We didn't get one for Ciel. Maybe she gets one later. But it's cool. Like we're in this case revisiting, I think, two of the places that we've been before, the Monolith and Siren's Island. So this is cool. This is kind of what I was expecting we would do with the Chroma. I thought we were going to get these side quests, quote unquote, which were actually going to be our main quest, which was to go recollect Chroma at these various locations. I don't see why they couldn't have done that along with this stuff, but it is what it is. Verso promised to show Lune where he found Expedition 46, Lune's parents' expedition. On Siren's Island, not far from Siren's Coliseum. So I don't even know if it's going to be the exact same area that we... Maybe it's going to be a new area that's added to the map altogether. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to handle it. We will find out.
So, how are you going to win back their trust?
You're really enjoying this, aren't you?
Can't rely on good hair and charm anymore. So, what's the plan?
Stinking Minoko. Always giving Verso the
At
business.
least everyone's still talking to you. That's a start.
Yeah, spend time with Minoko. Let's go. Verso approaches Minoko, who looks deep in thought. Minoko is thinking about what happened after the paintress was expelled from the canvas.
Everything okay?
How does it feel? Reaching one's goal after so many years. At the end of the day, I'm just a Gestrel. I always support you, but still.
How will a duel help you feel better? Let's go with that one.
Will a duel help you feel better?
Not today.
No, I want to do a duel.
I know I shouldn't grow attached to humans. They are ephemeral creatures. They come and go. And when they go, they never come back. Yet, I share their sadness. I share their joy.
Because Verso knew what you were like outside the canvas, and I know what you're like inside here.
Because that was actually the name of the dog, right? That's so it's so funny to think about how Verso humanized his pet dog in gestural form.
You are the most loyal friend, and certainly not just a Gestrel.
When I left you 10 years ago, I convinced myself that it was for the Grande's sake. But really, I could no longer watch the death of expedition after expedition.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah. I know.
The, maybe not the futility of it all, but, well, sort of. The futility and the sacrifice that when you know what the bigger picture is, and you see that they're basically being used as fodder, thrown into this conflict that's not their own.
Yet here I am with you again. Am I loyal because that's who I am? Or because Verso painted me that way?
Not sure which one I want to do here. They both seem kind of fun. Well, one seems more fun. Actually, the second one's more down to earth. Too real. Let's go with the first one.
You've kicked my ass enough times to know that it's just who you are.
That is very true.
Now, don't get too arrogant.
Sometimes I wish things could go back to how they were before. When we could play with Claire, Aline, and Renoir. It felt like nothing bad could happen to any of us.
So I think we met Clea last time, or at least the version that exists within the canvas. We just have never seen her up to this point. But I think she must be that fading character in the tower, in the Endless Tower, isn't she? But is that who he's talking about? Or is he talking about the copy? Was there a copy of Clea? Or is that the copy that's in the Fading Tower? There's some questions that I still have. Don't tell me for sure. But I want to, I'm hoping there will be some clarity at some point.
Good times never last.
Bad times seem to have made themselves comfortable, though.
Well, it's up to us to make sure they go away. Want to go hunt some Nevrons? We are absolutely not ready to take on like in the good old days.
That would warm my heart.
I feel like that's every single fight now that we're going to be facing. We're not prepared to take on any Nevron.
Let's go get cut in half.
That's left in the game, at least. Oh, that's right, his party trick of getting cut in half. Minoko is touched by Verso's willingness to endure bodily harm to raise his spirits. And Verso knows Minoko would do the same for him. Yay. Also up to level 5 now with Minoko. Excelente. They battle a few Nevrons in the middle of the night, like the good old days, before returning to the others. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, they're all bloody. Look at that. Are they actually at like low health? They're not, but the fun character of, I guess, Minoko at least. Minoko is all... Wasn't Verso also bloody just a second ago? Did I reset his... Did I give him a shower by going to the pause menu? I'm not totally sure, but that's a fun detail there. They go out and battle some Nevrons. There were some interesting sounds, though, at the end of that little... that interaction that... got love between two guys. You never know what happens in the canvas.
Anwar is scary when he's angry.
I guess he's not that different from my father.
Cousins.
Sort of, I guess you could put it that way. Oh, we get to spend time with SK this time. Yes. Let's go. Yes, Kie. Verso approaches SK with something significant to discuss. I can't believe you told CL about the wine. What? What happened to not sharing secrets and Maman's the word? Well, let's go with the first one.
I can't believe you told Ciel about the wine.
Oh, well, she's very persuasive.
Really?
And when she smiles at me, I feel warm and fuzzy.
So she smiled at you and you cracked. Some secret keeper you are.
Oh, I thought I was more of a wine keeper than a secret keeper.
When you know this now, it does kind of make sense why SK looks the way he does, because he does kind of resemble like is it a flask or a whatever the implement that holds, I think it's called a flask. But it's not like a flask that's a jar, like an Estus flask. It's like a flask, there's another term for it, that holds wine, right? And you can squeeze it. That's what he is. He's a big old wine dispenser.
Well,
Totally
great
makes
job
sense
there,
now.
too. There's barely any wine left.
I thought you would understand. Don't lie. When she smiles at you, you feel warm and fuzzy too.
Uh-huh. You can deny it all you want, Verso, but you know it's true.
I don't get warm and fuzzy.
Are you getting warm? Your face looks kind of red. Oh, and she showed me a really cool rock.
Oh my god, did SK get a new rock?
You gave her all my best wine for a rock. Better be a special rock. What's this one called?
Is this how we're getting underwater travel?
Oh, this rock has not yet introduced itself to me.
Oh.
So I don't know what to call it or what its special power is.
I see.
Oh, but Luna's helping me study it.
Is she now?
She knows a lot about rocks.
I see. We'll go with this one.
Of course she does.
Luna knows a lot about lots of things. Talking to her is super fun. She's so interested and gets so excited. Just like you when we first met. You had so many questions about me and you and your...
You've been talking to Lune too?
Yes, why? You talk to her all the time. You guys are always talking.
Yeah, well...
And you like when she gets excited about stuff too.
That's not what... What exactly are you... No, forget it. We're getting off topic.
This conversation.
You seem flustered.
I'm not flustered.
Want a hug?
Oh my god.
No.
Really?
All right, come here, you giant balloon.
We had to keep along the same tone of the conversation. Was Verso says something that he really doesn't mean. Oh my god. Verso's relieved that SK has stopped talking about what he thinks of Lune and Ciel. Why does that bug him so much? Actually, why does that bug him so much? I don't know why that's the case, but I guess it's just for the sake of the joke. And he's secretly touched that SK knows him so well. Aw, yay, another relationship level increase. Although I don't... Well, okay. Did this... Man, I don't remember if this actually unlocked a travel ability for SK before. But I don't think it did it? We got the ability to swim was after the Act 1 conclusion. The ability to fly was the Act 2 conclusion. What else? What other abilities has SK gotten a hold of? Has it just been those two? I think so. We're still waiting for the ability to go underwater, which presumably would happen if we increase his relationship level high enough, because he doesn't get grading attacks. So interested to find out what the conclusion of that all is going to be. They then enjoy a giant hug that lasts far too long before returning to the others. Those two long hugs are just so overwhelming. Too much to deal with. No writing in the journal or anything, huh? The current objective is still going to be Lumiere. That's still our main quest. So, okay, let's go ahead and take care of a little bit of leveling up, learning some skills. I don't think we're going to change any Pictos right now. I'm kind of happy with the way our Pictos and Luminous are set up. Maybe we'll adjust one or two of those depending on if we want to give somebody some more speed or something. But what I think I want to do is I want to make a couple changes for Lune and maybe also CL. I think we're going to leave... No, Mael as well. I think I wanted to make some changes. For now, we're going to leave Verso where he's at because we still need to try out Steeled Strike. We haven't done this yet. I've been waiting for us to be at S tier, and I just haven't gotten an opportunity to do it yet. I did make, I think, one change to Minoko's skills that we'll talk about in a moment. But let's first look at Mael, actually. So her... I think I wanted to unlock this Burning Canvas. I think that's what I wanted to do here. Deals high single target void damage for 5 hits. It applies 1 burn per hit, and the damage is increased for each burn on the target. This could get so insane combined with Pyrolyse. So I want to try that. The only question is, from which direction do we unlock it? We could either pick up Stendhal, which now I'm very interested in abilities like this. Whereas before, when we're living in the 9999 world, this skill would have been like yawn. Now, extreme single target damage, that one hit could pack who knows how much of a punch. So I would be interested in trying that. But also the Phantom Strike looks pretty good. Deals very high void damage to all enemies, 4 hits, and also gives plus 35% of a gradient charge. Mael doesn't have hardly any abilities that can hit all enemies. So I think we'll go this route. I think we'll pick up Phantom Strike and Burning Canvas. And we have recoats when we need them if we want to undo that. We're going to get both of those. And I'm not sure, though, if we'll apply Phantom Strike right away. It is really interesting that these do void damage. And so far, I'm not sure if we've found any enemies yet that are resistant to void damage. I wonder if that's just like a cure-all. There's got to be at least some enemies that would be resistant to it, don't you think? Don't tell me, of course. But what do we bring in place of... Maybe Rain of Fire is where we put Burning Canvas? That kind of makes sense, because it puts us in offensive stance. And it's also one that we want to do once we have a lot of burn on the target. So doing Guard Down, and then Pyrolyse, and then going back to Burning Canvas seems like a pretty good way to do things. But we'll have to see how the battle flows. Do I want to bring Phantom Strike in anywhere right now? We could swap out Gustav's Homage. Phantom Strike puts us in defensive stance. And we only have Pyrolyse and Revenge that put us in defensive stance right now. I really like this lineup. But Gustav's Homage is pretty expensive, and while Phantom Strike is also expensive, It's just a new skill. Let's try it for now. We can bring back Gustav's, depending on, maybe we'll run into some enemies that are weak to lightning, and it makes sense to bring it back in. Let's make some changes for Lune as well. These abilities like Wildfire and Ice, well, really Ice Lance and Earth Rising are the ones that are just very early game, low damage skills that I've only had in place here to enable like Lightning Dance. And what I think would be maybe a better way to go, rather than using Earth Rising to consume a Lightning Stain, maybe it would just be better to have like Healing Light, where we could actually heal a target, heal one of our party, and get a Light Stain. A Light Stain that can count for anything. And it only costs 1 skill point. So why don't we just grab the light, Healing Light and put this in place of Earth Rising. And then the other skill that I was looking at was this one at the very bottom, Elemental Genesis. We've teched all the way down to where we could pick this up, and I looked at it again off camera and realized it, first of all, deals extreme damage, which now that we're not living in a damage cap world, anytime I see extreme on a skill, I'm like, okay, we have to, I really want to see exactly how much that does. But I also realized that this would not be that difficult to get to. With our current setup, we could very easily use either Lightning Dance or Stormcaller, and then follow up with a Wildfire, and that would not consume the stains from either of those skills. So one big lightning skill, basically, Thunderfall I guess would count as well. If you do that first and then follow up with a Wildfire, then you're ready to go. You've got the runes, you've got the stains that you need to cast Elemental Genesis. Let's try it. We still have 24 skill points available with Lune. Let's give it a shot. The only question is, where do we put it? I think the answer is Ice Lance, because I don't really need Ice Lance to... the only reason that I have Ice Lance is to set up Lightning Dance when I need it. But I think I can just use Healing Light in those places where I need that third stain, where I've already used like Wildfire, or I've used some other ability to give me the stains that I need to go into a Lightning Dance. It's basically Wildfire plus Healing Light. That's what it is, right? And that sets up Lightning Dance at still a pretty cheap cost. Anyway, I think we put it in place of Ice Lance, and we see how that goes. Maybe I'll fine-tune, put the lightning skills over here on the left at some point, just to be a little bit OCD about how I organize things, because they are our primary abilities, aren't they, with our weapon that gives us reduced cost to lightning abilities. But regardless of that, the other change I did make is I brought back, or I brought in Chevalier thrusts for Minoko in place of Jar Lampstorm. Once again, these abilities that are supposed to deal a lot more damage, let's see how they do in a world without a damage cap. Even though this one costs more than Jar Lampstorm, hopefully, with the way our build is set up, we're able to afford these more expensive abilities more often. So I think those are the changes that I'm going to make. We could think about... I'm still not sure how I want to go with Ciel, because she has some very tantalizing abilities at the bottom of her tree. Our Sacrifice, extreme dark damage to all enemies, 1 hit. But it does absorb allies' health and enemies' foretell to increase damage. Absorbs allies' health. You need to actually deal damage to your party in order to bump up the damage. Twilight Dance as well. Extreme single target damage. So I'm still thinking about what to do for Ciel, but we'll see how it goes for her. We're going to leave her where she's at. We've upgraded the skills. Let's upgrade attributes as well. Let's give everybody a... What did I was thinking with this weapon for Ciel, we would just sort of rather than using a recoat on her, we would just naturally give her a bunch of speed, I think. And that would boost the stats that we're most interested with her. I think that's how we want to go. But I'm also not bringing Ciel into the main party just yet, am I? How do I want to do this for today? I don't know exactly what fights. Oh, I guess I did bring Ciel into the main party. So... do I still want her to be slower than everybody else? Do Do I still want to maintain that? Because I have this idea that Minoko starts with buffing everybody, and then CL or Mael debuffs with guard down, and then the rest of the party, the last member of the party, gets to have their say. So we could put CL at least up to 1,000 speed, and then I still that little bit of OCD and trying to get the party all. I guess we could give more speed to Mael. That would be one way to solve this. Give her a little bit more speed. Let's do that. We really, at some point, are going to need to give, I think, some more vitality to everybody. But I'm going to try to... I really like speed. I really like it. And in CL's case, it does really boost her attack power. Maybe we could put the rest of her points into vitality. We can always use a Rico. We got 20 of these dang things. Let's just go with what her weapon scaling says for now. She's got plenty of crit rate. Let's give her health. Lune. She's at the max. We might as well max out her luck. Might as well just do that. And then the rest can go into speed. Verso. He has a lot of... Maybe we'll hold off on Verso because he's not in the main party here. Minoko will just give 3 more points of... In this case, we'll give him some vitality. For obvious reasons, I don't yet want to move his agility number. That can stay right where it's at. Let's give him some health, and that'll work. Okay, that's all the changes I'm going to make for the moment. Although weapon upgrades, giving everybody 1 weapon upgrade wouldn't be the worst. And maybe more than 1 weapon upgrade because we have so many Resplendent Chroma Catalysts. Holy crap. I'm going to do 1, though, for now. Minoko, because I'm still a little bit unsure about, you know, because I still may want to switch weapons, you know? And if I dump all my resources into 1 set of weapons, that kind of gives me a little less flexibility on that front. At least for our main party. No, we'll give everybody's weapon an upgrade. We'll do everybody here. Get everybody up to level 16. All right, so that will be how we go to start. I'm not going to give anybody any Lumina upgrades. I think we're finally ready to go here. Let's get back onto the continent and see exactly where these... We've got 2 side quests now. 1 for Mael and 1 for Lune. And the one for Mael I am very interested in. So let's get her to the head of the party here. Let's open the map. And look to see... Okay, so that is not showing on our map as a... No, it is. Never mind. Never mind. I was wrong. I thought it wasn't showing us these new side quests, but it does have a little reticle highlighting the Reacher. Was this supposed to be... There was supposed to be one that's like near the monolith, but I guess this is what's considered near the monolith. I think this is the one for Mael, because the one over here, Siren's Dress, this is the one for Lune's parents. So why don't we go here first? Let's go to the Reacher. And I need to remember how all this works. Still learning the controls when it comes to controlling SK, but there we have the sprint mode. That's the most important one, perhaps. Oh, I just realized we could fly. We could fly through the Gestural obstacle course here. Do they actually have every piece of the Gestural obstacle course represented here? If I looked back at my footage, would I be able to see that this is at each exact leg of this parkour adventure is represented here? It looks pretty accurate, but I feel like we've probably scaled things down a little bit. Not scaled them down, but they're just a little bit lower res at least. But also maybe there's less assets. I don't know. I'm getting distracted here. Cat Laser Brain getting sucked into thinking about what the state of the obstacle course is on the continent. Flying around is just so awesome because this place is a beauty to look at. Now, where am I going here? I need to... Oh, we did... We came here... This is one of the places that we flew to last time, isn't it? And I thought it looked very... It stood out as a really cool looking place that I wanted to explore more. And it's sure enough, it's connected directly to... I think connected to Mael. AKA Alicia. Is it a water wheel? Except if it's a water wheel, where's the water? Hi, SK. You could take a seat. You don't have to just sit there flapping the whole time. I would say that you're probably going to get tired doing that, but you're also painted into an imaginary world. You probably realistically have infinite energy. So there looks like there's a path over there, but there's no grappling hook spot. And it also is kind of... I don't know. I don't know if we can get over there. I don't know if that is a side path. But what the heck is this place? Who made it? Did Verso make it? Or was this Aline's creation? We get a cutscene. Is that a giant gestrel? Or is it some big old contraption? Like, what is the purpose of this place?
Another axon.
Oh, it's the Axon.
How did it get so large?
Number 3, I
She
forgot.
wasn't always this tall, but she's obsessed with reaching the stars. So,
Papa and his parables.
parables.
He never paints just to paint. Everything has to have layers and layers of meaning and purpose. Everything's a lesson.
What's the lesson with this one?
Hope.
Lizzie,
Ooh.
my sister's at the top.
Oh, I thought he almost called
Papa knows
Mael
I have
Alicia.
vertigo.
Oh, we're just learning that Mael has vertigo? That doesn't seem like that's a good combination in this case. So I guess I might still be confused about who made the Axons. It sounded there like Renoir made the Axons. But I would have thought that the Axons would be the Paintress's creations, right? Because we, the expedition, had to destroy them in order to weaken her, or to weaken the barrier around her. Paul Bunyan's axe over here.
She who grasps the sky.
I hate climbing.
You're just now telling us this, Mael. At least we weren't, I don't think it was Mael who was running the obstacle course that we just passed. The Gestural Beach parkour, that was Lune's doing, so fortunately we didn't put Mael through any vertigo-induced suffering in that case, but this is not good for her. This is not good for her. This is probably way worse, because this is, man, this is just as endless as the actual Endless Tower, or so it seems. Are these all the giant Axon's tools laying around? Ooh, paint spike. And it's guiding or hiding a rope. Oh, it's like sails on a ship almost that are blowing with the wind. And oh, these guys. We fought the chromatic version of the Orpheline way back when. I don't think we've fought any since we've gotten Minoko, so this might be a new Minoko leg. Let's go up here first, though. Did I hear something on the way up? I thought I heard like a gestural or something. Is this the path forward or a side path? There's just an item over here. Maybe it's the side path. It's behind a paint spike, so you get the idea that it's a side path. This thing is actually nuts. How big this is. It's also interesting what would have happened if we had come here without doing Mael's side quest first. I was so close to actually going in here the first time we got here. Now, something I learned, we're not going to do that with this set of enemies, but I did learn a very useful pro tip from the comments on how to bypass enemies if you so choose. But we'll wait to talk about that. What is this music, though? Oh my god. So foreboding. Bushilia Fortify. Don't yet know how tough these guys are going to be, so let's load for bear. I didn't hit the perfect quick time event, though, so not everybody got a shield or a buff. Bro, what am I doing? Stanceless for Mael. We do guard down. There is a new Minoko leg on the line here as well. Not sure if these are counted as the same enemy. There might be 2 Minoko legs. So with CL, what did I have? What do I have set up here? We want to get her into Twilight. We just want to do, because we still have some very low damage skills with CL, just to get her into Twilight. Bad Omen and Firing Shadow. But we don't necessarily have to do Firing Shadow next. We could do Dark Wave. But let's set things up with a Bad Omen.
I see you.
Oh, they're not that strong. Okay. Oh, I did not parry that. Okay. There we go. I was apparently a little late on the first one. Okay, these guys are pretty weak. Everything's gonna be fine. Feels nice after last episode, where everything was just destroying us like nobody's business. Revenge does basically nothing, though, when you actually haven't been hit. So it might have just been better to go for an attack there and build up some AP. Not that's going to matter this battle, but it will eventually. And you want to do things in the right order. Let's do a Sealed Fate here. After we spend a couple AP. And put ourselves into Twilight. And also just kill the enemy. Good, you good. You are out of here. And we'll see what our new Neveron legs are. Orphaline's Foot. Just one of them. Just one. What is the new skill? It is Caster Mask. Applies powerful to 1 to 3 allies. Also gives 3 AP to targets. There are some really powerful Caster Mask abilities. And this one might be... is this one I just want to swap in? Because this is another way to give AP to our party. Now, the thing is, we're already giving powerful to everybody with the Bushilia Fortify. So it's a little bit redundant in that regard. So I'm not going to switch it in just now, but that is one I want to maybe think about. Because it's essentially free, right? Because it should give back the AP that you spend on it if you hit the perfect quick time event. So, yeah. Interesting to think about. But we'll leave what we've got for the moment. Especially because these enemies are not that tough. So, we can get through these, hopefully, relatively easily. But I did learn, apparently, if you want to get by an enemy, you can just free aim. And that, like, stuns them. Now, I don't know how long that lasts. It didn't seem to last all that long. And it also didn't aggro them. But they are stunned momentarily, which I guess allows you to run around them without aggroing them. So that is the pro tip that I picked up from the comments. Thank you to that person. We'll see how useful that ends up being. But honestly, these battles are so easy. We might as well just get these guys out of the way. They're not giving us a ton of XP. But we might as well just get them done and dusted. And we don't really even have to spend any time going for the Bachelier Fortify, right? Because we should be able to counter what they're doing. We're in Almighty Mask, so I guess we'll just do a Gault Fury. And by that same token, we don't really need... We can just go straight to... I guess I'll still do guard down. I don't know. Like, we're not getting...
Their defenses are down.
One thing we do count on in some of these tougher fights is being able to get a lot of AP from parries, because the enemy is hitting you so often. When that's not the case, when it's a weaker set of enemies and they don't take their turn as often, you don't necessarily get the same amount of AP, but they're also an easy enemy, so it doesn't really matter that much. No enemy is burning yet, so we'll stick with Bad Omen.
Your turn to dance.
Too early. Okay, well, they weren't that weak, were they?
I'm better.
Too early on the last one. Okay, turns out they actually do hit pretty hard. They might not have a lot of HP, but they, having those shields after all maybe would have been a good idea. Maybe it would have been an okay idea. I'm just gonna do a Gault Fury. But also, maybe I should res my L. Maybe I should res my L, but you have so much AP to spend. So much AP. Now we do Dark Wave. Yeah, Dark Wave's pretty good. Especially when it doesn't have a damage cap. Mile gets less XP, but that's alright. We use a Chrome Elixir. Okay, so maybe these guys aren't as lowly as I was thinking they were. These guys are not paying attention to us, though.
Great.
So I'll be happy to grab my Color of Lumina and move on with my life. Unless there is something beyond them, like a platform that we would drop down to for some reason. No, okay. I think we're just, unless that's a platform we could drop to. I do wonder sometimes how many, it's the Elden Ring player in me that I've grown accustomed to the fact that most areas don't allow us to drop off of the edge down to some sort of Elden Ring style secret platform that's way down below that you need to move the camera the right way to be able to see. That this game is not really like that for the most part, but sometimes that's not the case, as we saw in the Crimson Forest last time. But I still want to keep a lookout just in case. More Orphaline, more Chroma as well.
Wow.
I mean, these guys are just busy working. Why interrupt them? Why disturb their duties?
Are they trying to fix things or break things?
Huh, that
She
is...
who grasps the sky. They're jealous. They wish to destroy her work. Pull her back to the ground.
Is this part of the parable?
Everything is.
So Renoir created this whole thing, huh?
Useful.
He including the Axon, it sounds like. So maybe this is the Axon that wasn't part of protecting the Paintress. And that's why Renoir, so maybe both things could be true. Who created the Axons? Both Aline and Verso have created their own. Maybe that's the truth of the matter.
Time to bleed.
Caster Mask. Ruler Bash? Almost kills him. Not bad. So we should be able to finish this guy off. Maybe with just an attack? I'm not sure. Kind of want to see if we can do it with just an attack. Okay. Now, we get a beneficial contamination proc, and we do... It'd be nice to get a burn as well, but actually we don't need it for Syrian Bond, because that only applies... It propagates the foretell to all burning enemies. So, it doesn't matter if the enemy itself that you're hitting is already burning. I do want to... Maybe we should redo CL's skills here, because I don't want her to have these low... We're in a new game now where... We're in a new game now where there's no damage cap. And it feels bad for her to be just using these dinky little abilities still. We want her to have something that actually some extreme damage, you know? So the next flag that we find, maybe we'll spend a little time thinking about.
Great.
CL skills. New Pictos, Draining Cleanse. That is a level 20 Pictos. Bro. I mean, I almost just want to give that to somebody because of the stats. It's, instead of Energizing Cleanse, we have Draining Cleanse, which is consume 1 AP to prevent status effects application if possible. I see. That is so much health and defense. I think I put that in place of Energizing Cleanse for CL. It just kind of is a natural replacement for that. Stats-wise, as well as, you know, the effect is whatever. At least so far. It costs 15 Lumina, so maybe it's a better effect than I'm giving it credit for. Because we're probably going to be getting into more fights where status effects are really something we need to think about. These tougher fights, I'm guessing they're going to start to make those a lot more common. So we came from... We came from up there. That's right. We came from there, and I guess we'll take you out. Because now we have a Lumina to level. 3 of you. Okay, now we'll do... I wish I had the AP for Chapelier Slash. That would be so awesome here. I guess I'll just... We're not going to get a shield, but we'll apply Shell and Powerful to everybody. Try to get that perfect quick time event this time. Now I'll go with a little bit more of a long-term game plan.
Dodge.
Way too soon on that parry.
Try me.
Rip CL. There is a sound effect. I have to remember. There's a sound effect that helps you tune into the timing on the parry.
Try again.
Now we're in offensive stance with Mael, but we still don't have AP that we need. I want to do a Pyrolyse. I think I'm going to have to settle for just an attack, though. We have a burn and mark on this enemy. And now we have a burn and a mark on that enemy. So now we'll go with an attack on this guy.
I'd love a dance.
Man, that third one comes more quickly. No! I thought I did too soon on the third one. Got it though.
Let's spill some ink.
Okay. Now Mael finally has AP to do something, but she needs to res her party. Maybe she does. Let's see what we're gonna do here. And we need to res at least somebody, right? I'm in defensive stance. We could do combustion to take this guy out, probably. Or I could just do pyrolyse. Burning canvas. 5 hits, applies 1 burn per hit. Maybe let's do that. The thing is, it will take us out of defensive stance, and she's going to do more. I feel like, this is tough. This is a tough situation. Getting an enemy out of here, though, would feel nice, and I'm hoping Burning Canvas can do that. Just get rid of one enemy altogether. And it does. Nice. And then I was like, I'll just count on the fact that I can counter one of you.
This will hurt.
Now I can spend some time reviving the rest of my party here to get them some more AP. Before I kill you. CL will miss out on some XP, but it's fine. She still levels up. Okay, so we're getting a moderate challenge here because the enemies do some damage. And they're also not enemies that I am facing all the time. I mean, I was going to say that I'm not facing them all the time, and therefore I don't have their parry timings very well memorized. But honestly, let's be real. There's so much variety in this game. I think that's part of the challenge of the game, is that there are so many different parry timings that are, it's really tough to get memorized, to sufficiently memorize each set of attacks. It's tough to do. So just as you feel like you're getting one set of moves down, that's usually when you're moving on to another area and getting a new set of moves that you're having to learn.
Your turn to shine.
Okay.
Too late. Dang. I kind of forgot what Blight does. What does it do again here? Blight reduces the max health of the character. It's possible to be affected by multiple instances of Blight. Each instance reduces max health by 10. So even though we had a shield, we still took the Blight, which meant which means that our max health is reduced no matter what. Just do a dark wave, right?
Death is a friend.
Dark wave is so nice. It does not need very much foretell to start doing some decent damage. I feel like we're still on an optional path, right? We went down a little side path here, but I could be wrong. Maybe not. This might be the main path forward. balanced wheel this time.
I see you.
I was still late on that third one, even though I knew it was coming more quickly. All right, the spin moves. Do those all the time, guys. Just spin move. Spin move. There we go. I feel like I can do those now. Remember the spin moves. This is not a great... See, taking away Spark does remove a cheap part of Mael's rotation at the start, where she is building up burn on a target. So... And we're still not able to avoid this Phantom Strike. Now we're able to avoid afford the Phantom Strike. We got lucky there with our burn proc. Let's do that.
Prepare for annihilation.
Oh my god, that looks incredible. That's an awesome animation, and that got us a gradient attack. So let's do that. I think we've done Shadowbringer before for CL, but it hasn't, not very often. Okay. Let me quickly just check here to make sure that we're on the main path. I could have sworn that there was a different diverging path that we could have taken, but now I'm starting to question that. Let's just make sure. We came down this rope here. This is where I thought we had another path up above that we could have taken, but I think I'm actually wrong about that. This was the end. We just went by this guy who was working. Was there anything behind him? Yes. Except it's just falling down to where I was a moment ago. Was there actually something to find there, an item or something? No, because the game doesn't let me path that way. Okay, all right. So we're actually on the main path that we're supposed to go down. Just make sure there's nothing else hiding around here. But then I do think that we're going on a balloon ride. I see the very colorful flame icon. I think that's a flame icon. Ah, there's an item over here. Yes, Color of Lumina. The best item in the game. Yeah, you gotta have them though. You gotta have them. Okay, anything else hiding around? I think we're ready for a balloon ride. Such a colorful flame. All right. All right, okay, that's a cool little new whirly gig that we get to traverse on. And there's our flag. Okay, cool. Sweet. Reacher. Reaching for new heights, presumably. Okay, what do we want to do differently with CL? I want to do something else with these skills that hit all the enemies. They're nice. Like, it's nice to do. It's nice to be able to hit all of the enemies, but we could do that as well with our sacrifice. Extreme dark damage to all enemies, but it does absorb allies' health. And it's sort of like a big finishing blow. I don't really like this all set. I don't want to do... We're already doing buffs with Minoko. Card Weaver. Load single target damage, but propagates foretell. Yeah, I was looking at... There were other skills on her tree that I just wasn't enthused by. But maybe Final Path deals extreme single target dark damage and applies 10 foretell in one hit. Maybe this is the kind of ability we should pick up for her, because she can maybe just take out one of these enemies right away. Just target, focus fire one enemy and just get them out of the game, rather than trying to spread out all this like minimal damage across all enemies. If we were just one-shotting everything with something like Bad Omen, that's a different story. But the enemies are still strong enough where maybe we just pick Final Path, and then eventually we can take Twilight Dance when we get enough skill points after that. Because I'm just not super enthused by any of these intermediate. Intervention could be nice, but you're specifically using 5 of CL's AP to set up one other ally, which may be really good, right? We know there are really, really strong abilities if our characters have the AP available. So intervention could be a good thing. I don't gravitate toward that as a skill. Fortune's Fury, targeted ally deals double damage for 1 turn. Again, it could be really strong, but you're taking a whole turn of CLs in order to set somebody else up. It might be worth it. Double damage is a lot when we're dealing with no damage cap. Could be very, very, very strong. We have recoats. Let's just experiment. I don't do this enough. I'm sometimes too deliberative and too like, oh my god, I need to take like the perfect set of skills and combination of skills. Let's just try this one. I'm kind of in the mood to experiment with a new skill here. So we're just going to take Final Path and we're going to put it in place of what? It's a sun skill, right? I think I want to put it in place of, although it is 9 AP, that is one thing I hadn't, It is 9 AP. So we can't exactly do it right at the start of a battle. We can't exactly do it right away. There's a drawback to everything, isn't there? There's always a catch. Why don't we put it in place of Spectral Sweep for now? I don't know. I do not know. I'll put it in place of Spectral Sweep. But I have indecisiveness now. I totally forgot that it was 9 AP. I'm like, here, let's experiment with this cool new ability that I can just use to one-shot enemies. There's a catch. Because there's always a catch. The catch might be that I need to invest in more energizing starts. We've kind of navigated away from energizing start. Because yeah, they're not the best ability in a long battle, but in short battles like these, when we're going through a zone, it gets a lot better. Is that a Gestural Merchant I see up there? I do believe I see a Gestural Merchant. I could be wrong though, maybe that's an enemy. On second thought, maybe those are enemies. I'm so used to seeing like a lamp hanging down from our merchant buddies, but now these are enemies, aren't they? An all-new enemy as well? I don't remember seeing you before. Am I crazy? Do you actually have like an anglerfish light hanging down? Okay, that has to be a weak spot, right? Those have to be weak spots. No. Also, we only did 90 damage to you. What? How could that not be a weak spot? Are you kidding me? Is it because Minoko's dealing dark damage? Okay, I'm gonna do a Galt Fury. Although we already got our Beneficial Contamination. But we can apply Mark to you. How do we do this? How do we do this? Maybe I'll apply it to this guy. Because we get... No, we already got... No, we did not get our rewarding mark. That's the thing. We do get a rewarding mark proc if we consume the mark that we already put there with a free aim. I just am so shocked that this is not a weak spot though. And it does very minimal damage, so curious. It's like it's more. We actually deal more damage if we just aim for your body. Is that true? Basically. I'm trying to get a Beneficial Contamination, but I might get unlucky here. It looks like I'm going to get unlucky. So, CL's just going to do an attack.
Your turn to dance.
Eschassier. Man, those are some quick stabs. Stabby stabs.
Why, yes, I love a dance.
Jump attack. That one's a lot simpler. I can deal with that one. I can live with that one. Trying to get a beneficial contamination. There we go. Six AP offensive stance. See, this would be a good spot to use Spark. I'm kind of missing Spark right now, guys, because our defensive stance abilities, although Revenge would be good in this case, wouldn't it? We took some damage with Mael, so now Revenge is actually really, really good. Let's see if we can take you out with Revenge. Close. We at least broke you. But we can finish you off with an attack from CL, who did not build up either a Moon or a Sun Charge because she didn't have any skills last turn. So now she does have a bunch of AP, but not enough to do Final Path. Now I will get rewarded Mark if I hit you with a free aim, but that still leaves me at 8 AP. But maybe if I get lucky and apply a burn, I could get to 9 AP. Or apply another Mark. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Sometimes lucky. Okay, extreme single target damage. Go. That was only 13k.
Careful now.
That was only 13k. Okay, that's a weird one. Gotta get used to that guy. Gotta get used to that attack. I was so underwhelmed though by Sealed Fate. I was expecting it to do at least like, I don't know, 50k. When I hear extreme single target damage, what am I missing there? The guy had a mark on him as well. What am I missing? Why was that not better? No, I missed the quick time event. God damn it.
Let's spill some ink.
Fortunately, it's not gonna matter.
Witness the flames.
Okay, a new Pictos. Another level 20 sniper. First free aim shot each turn deals 200% increased damage and can break. I wonder how many Pictos or how many Luminas that's going to require. We also have to have gotten close to learning our new Lumina, right? A lot of speed and crit rate. Also, we get a new lovely foot. How do I... Okay, Minoko. What is the enemy called again here? The enemy... The Eschassier. That's... I'm sure I'm butchering that pronunciation. But... Deals medium single target physical damage. Second hit applies Mark to the target. This is another way to apply Mark. Much cheaper. Much more cheaply than the Chapelier Slash, but it also deals a lot less damage. So, But also there's always these fine-tuning considerations of how many spins, how far is each skill spinning the wheel, right? And I haven't taken the time to really pick out, okay, this is the exact set of skills that I want, that I know I'm going to be able to move the wheel to this ability next turn, and then the following turn it's going to move to this ability. At some point, maybe I will do that for Minoko. But we got to give somebody this new Pictos, right? Maybe this one goes to CL as well. Give her... Now, this is going to make her a lot faster than everybody else if we do that. Sniper. It does cost 15 Lumina points. It ain't a cheapie. Who gets this? Energizing Turn. It's really nice, the setup that I have for... I like the setup that I have for Minoko, but I do want to get this leveled. So maybe Greater Defenseless gets swapped out temporarily. Because that's roughly the same... It's in the ballpark of the same sort of stats. And it's okay if Mael goes before Minoko. because she's generally applying guard down still. So we'll give that to her for the moment. And continue exploring. Brand new enemy. Which looks like it has the most obvious weak spot in the world. That isn't actually a weak spot. We came up here, right? Or did we come up? Yeah, we came up here. It's so easy to get turned around when you go into do battle. In a brand new environment. You go in, you do battle, you get in so focused on trying to parry and learn all the new enemies' moves. And then you come out and like, where am I? Where am I again? How did I get here? What is life? What is a canvas? I think there is a path down here. A side path, I would presume. Couple ways to go, in fact.
Well, that will help.
Was that Minoko running through some crates? I thought it was an enemy. Like, you just don't have jump scares. There's not really jump scares, enemies like ambushing you. But like I said before, my Elden Ring brain that can't help itself is so hardwired to think that way. In that case, I think it was just Minoko's clumsy butt. How do I get... Oh, we gotta do parkour. I see it now. I see it now. It's like, how am I getting up to that Pictos? Yay. Oh, gotta go back over here. Oh, I corrected midair. And it worked.
An advantage.
Oh. A straight up Pictos upgrade. Wait, is that the first time that that's happened? It is the one that Minoko has equipped. Yeah, longer shell. So he's all of a sudden now with a lot more health and defense. That's good. He needs it. We all need it. But we can just straight up level our Pictos with item pickups now? I kind of wish we had been getting that the whole time. Almost. I know we've leveled our Pictos several times just through battling enemies, which is awesome. But I love now that you can pick up an item and it's just, here, I'll upgrade one of your Pictos. Especially one that I've already got equipped. I just happen to have equipped to one of my party members. Is that a coincidence? Don't answer that. But now I'm wondering, oh, does it just upgrade one of the ones that's equipped to my party in particular? No side path. Got our balloon ride to take us forward, but I do see a side path there, so let's go this way. Any other side paths? Little hidden cubby holes of loot. All right, let's see what is this direction. I'm kind of curious though why this was not something that... Why did the game make us go back to camp first in order to get this side quest? Because this feels almost like a main quest. It doesn't really feel all that side questy to me. But it's like, okay, we were in camp at the start of Act 3. Why didn't we just do that then? I guess the idea was that the emotion of everything is still so raw, especially with the party being like pissed off at Verso. We had to drive home the point that, you know, People are mad at Verso. Therefore, we're going to make you go leave camp first, get out on the continent, and then you will have, then you'll go back to camp after everybody's cooled off. And then you can start doing your side quest action.
Okay.
I like the jump attacks. I like it when you do those. Yes, jump attack, please. Help yourself. We'll do those all day long. All right, Maila's not taking a hit, so she doesn't really get much benefit from revenge. See, this is where I think I need to have something other. Oh no, I have Phantom Strike. Never mind. Phantom Strike, go.
Prepare for annihilation.
Yo, that's what I want to see. I think I missed that second quick time event. That could have been even better. And now we have enough AP. Okay, our party has AP after doing some jump counters and stuff. So I can do Chevalier Thrust here. Excellent. I want to see this one in action. I can spend 1 AP to try to get a mark. You have burn already, so we get critical burn on you. No marker burn. I won't take the chance to go for a second round. We're not going over the damage cap with these hits, but I also didn't hit my second quick time event there. Now I just do a Dark Wave.
Death, it's a friend.
All right, these guys are still strong. That fourth like double pierce move comes so quickly. That's a weird timing on that one. Are we sure this is not a fucking? Are we so positive that that is not a weak spot? I want to do a grading move. Virtual Strike.
You can't escape.
Do these guys just have really high defense? Because we're only doing like 300 damage on each of those. I know Virtuoso Strike, it's not the high, it says high physical damage, but it really doesn't do that much damage. But still, I've seen more from it previously against other enemies. But it could be that this guy's defense is a lot higher. Don't tell me exactly how things work. Don't tell me exactly. Let's do Phantom Strike again. I like that one. I just like how it looks. Look at that animation, man. Woo, so sick. We learned Draining Cleanse, but I think I'm just gonna keep it equipped to CL because it's good stats. It's good. Do I heal the party? We have 3 elixirs. Yeah. Okay, we came from this direction, right? Always reorienting myself after the battle. We came from that direction, and now I think we can go either left or right. Ooh, what is this? Is this another Fading character? It looks like it. Still need to go back and review the previous Fading characters. And once again, if you all have any reminders on where we've seen previous Fading characters, feel free to let me know. Fading Man. Which is worse, to die or to be the one who survives? To grieve or to be grieved? I mean, I feel like I don't know if this is a universal answer, but I've always thought that the ones who survive are, like, if you're dead, you're just gone. Like, if you believe in an afterlife, it's a different story. This question, the answer is very different. I don't know. I don't know for sure. Nobody knows for sure if there's an afterlife, but I tend to think that there's probably not one. And so when you're dead, you're just dead. And you don't know that you're dead. You're just gone. So the people who suffer the most, or which is worse, is to be the one who's left behind, who has to deal with the aftermath of the death. right? I feel like most people would say that. Some might say that's lucky, not simply because you survived, but because you had the opportunity to care deeply for another. I find myself grieving before they've even passed. Grieving what could have been, grieving what is to come. She'll never forgive herself. She'll carry her scars with her always. Aline, I presume. Would that I could ease her burden. The man has gone silent. These have to be other painters, right? Now that we know what we know, and the fact that the curator turned out to be Renoir, the paintress turned out to be Aline. These have kind of a similar, well, I don't know. They're not quite the same as the curator, are they? Like the same sort of like your face is caved in. That's not exactly what's going on with this person. So I don't know for sure. And we see that they're bleeding red chroma, right? What does that mean? Does that mean they were created by Aline? I think so. No, but her chroma is supposed to be gray. So is this person created by Renoir because we're in Renoir's creation, Reacher? So maybe they're not painters. But I had got the sense that they were because of some of the dialogue that I remembered seemed to indicate that they knew that the people who were fading knew in some cases knew the paintress. I need to go back and review the dialogue. Are we just going back to where we came? By the way, is this a way back? Am I going back, or is this a side path? I'm treating this as a side path, but now I'm questioning whether I'm going backwards. I hope I'm not going backwards. Or that if I am, that we can just return. Oh, there's no grappling hook back, is there? So it might be a little bit of a long way back, but there's new enemies here. So I don't think we've been here yet. Oh, is there an expedition log? No, it looks like it's a Pictos. Okay, let's deal with you guys.
Spill some ink.
I see you.
Foolish.
Jump attack, yay. And some rewarding marks for our party as well. There was a whole bunch of procs there that Mael got. And I never read those in the moment. I'm looking at them, usually in editing, and seeing, oh, that's where I got a burning mark and I didn't realize it. Oh, that's where I got a stay marked and I didn't realize it during the battle. So much going on. We're going for Phantom Strike again, though. I love this. The damage numbers themselves, each individual number is not that crazy. We're doing so many of them. It just looks so badass. Dude, Minoko has full AP here, huh? So Chapelier Slash it is. And we get a double mark, or a double perfect on the quick time events. Nice. And now we can do a Dark Wave.
Death is a friend.
Why, yes, I love a dance.
I'm so glad that you guys decided to do jump attacks only that time. I'm glad on the one hand, but I also need to see that other 5-hit combo to be able to learn it. Pictos upgrade? New Pictos, another level 20, charging counter. 10% of a gradient charge on counterattack. All right. More health and defense, right? So in this case, I'm just gonna swap out the one that, because I like the fact that Greater Powerful gives CL so much crit, and I like the fact that Stay Marked, she gets that as Illumina. So I don't want to swap out either of those. But at the same time, these are level 20 Pictos. And we're starting to get these ones that are like, maybe it's once they get to level 20. No, but, I wonder what the different... Because we first got... Oh, now I'm actually... Okay, I was thinking about Painted Power and the fact that it has a gold logo. This is the kind of detail that I wonder about, but it maybe doesn't matter. It has this gold icon. But now I see Draining Cleanse has a gold icon in the middle of it. But also, so does Stay Marked. But it... Oh, but wait, why is Stay Marked green here? But it's gold down here. What? Let me test something. Why does Stay Marked... Also, the UI is bugging out that it thinks Lune has... Oh my god, it's so bugged out right now. I'm saying Lune as well. It's CL. Okay, I don't know why some icons have certain colors. Because it feels like the UI is bugged as well, and I can't trust what it's showing me. So we're going to put Charging Counter in place of this Draining Cleanse. That's basically... It has a lot more defense than health. But that's fine. We're ready to learn the new Pictos. The new Lumina. Is there anything else at the end of this path? Because now I am not totally sure how we're getting back. Unless I just missed a very obvious grappling hook interaction. But the controller was not shaking like crazy when I went back to this ledge. So I think we have to drop back down. I think that's what we're doing. So let's see if there's anything on this ledge before we go down all the way. But I think I recognize now that this area below us is where we came up to... Yeah, I see it now. This is where we got maybe the first interaction with that new peg leg enemy. I just realized it's kind of got all peg legs, doesn't it? We got the Pictos over there, the Pictos upgrade, and now this is the main path. And so that was this little side path, correct? Which means we're ready for the balloon ride. Let's make sure of that. I think there actually might have been one more path on this side path that was to the right. Not this right immediately, but further on up ahead, after a grappling hook, then over here, this right. Oh, there was a chroma, okay. And was that it?
Perfect.
I think actually that was. So it was just the chroma pickup. Sweet. How much chroma do we have now? 240k? New record. No, there's no grappling hooks back. Oh, that's painful. Because now I gotta run all the way back. Unless I can drop down here. Are you still silent? Can I drop down here, please? No, you're gonna make me go all the way back. Can I not jump down here? Dang it. Alright, we gotta go all the way back around here. Fine. Fine, we'll do it your way, game. God damn it. Why not just give me grappling hooks that go back the way that I came? Miles getting extra steps in. I still have to get my steps in later today, but I'm hoping... It looked like the sun was actually out maybe today. It's been so cloudy and somewhat rainy where I've been. Like, there's actually been a historic, like, earlier in the month, there was like 3 weeks, a historic 3-week period of what they call a Thule fog. You can look it up. There's like a video on YouTube explaining like the Thule fog in the Northern California not Bay Area, the Central California, Northern California Central Valley is what it's called, the Central Valley. And this like huge area of the state has just been covered in this fog that has not moved for like 3 weeks. As I'm recording this video, that fog has finally dissipated, but we had like a 3-week period where it was like gloomy and overcast every single day. Kind of like this, honestly. Kind of a little bit like this weather here. And it's been kind of bumming me out, if I'm being honest. It's been a little bit depressing because I do like to go for, especially in the wintertime, I love going for an afternoon walk when it's sunny and you get the fall leaves. It's just so soothing and calming. But we've had nothing but depressing, dark, gloomy skies for so long. So when we get these brief respites from that and the sun comes out, I'm like, yes, please, please give me that sunshine. So I will probably get in some steps, hopefully with some sunshine later on today. But we still have more of the Reacher. My goodness, this area could go on for a long...
Did that Nevron just kick a different Nevron off the tower?
It looks that way.
Amused exasperation. I was thinking the same thing. It's a mime. I knew that sound was different from the Orphaline. I was like, I thought it was a gestural, honestly. It's a frickin' mime.
An advantage.
All right. We got to get our cosmetics, guys. We got to get our cosmetics. What do we got now this time? Is it another baguette? I think it is. Is it a baguette for Minoko? That would be so sweet. Let's find out. Actually, it looks like it's a baguette for... Oh, is it a baguette for Mael? Have we never got a baguette for her? I actually don't think we have we? Baguette for Mael, let's go. Okay, shields are not that big a concern. You don't reapply shields. Oh, it does put Mael into Virtuoso Stance, though. Virtuoso Stance. How can we take advantage of this? I forgot about that. Maybe what I do is I want to leave the shields in place so that I can actually... Here's how we want to do this. We're going to do guard down.
Their defenses are down.
And then Minoko is going to do fortify, even though we don't give shell to anybody. Sorry, shield. We're going to give shell and powerful to everybody, hopefully. And then... Oh, and I just realized Mael's going to get another turn here. Now what we do is we're going to take off one shield here with CL. Just one, right? Because then we might get a mark if we're lucky. And then we will use the rest of her turn to apply a strong energy tint to Mael. So she's going to have full AP.
Sharpened.
And now she can spend 1 AP to take off this shield. And we also get lucky reapplying mark, question mark? One way or the other, we got our AP back, which means we can do a Pyrolyse in Virtuoso Stance. That's what I wanted to get.
Witness the flames.
Did I get... I might have missed the quick time event, though. Shit. Gotta remember the mime timings. There's a manor door there. So somewhere around here, there's a manor door to find. That's good. Because apparently I still missed the thing in the bathroom that we were supposed to find in the manor. Do we do another... I think I do another... We'll do a free aim here. 48 stacks of burn. Love that. Do I give the AP to Minoko? Yes, because he's the one that needs it most. And he might reapply mark, so that's good. So now... Oh, now we can just do a Chevalier thrusts. That's actually better. Little frames. Little bit of frames. Actually, it's not a ton of damage, but again, we're dealing with a mime.
Or never.
The mime has a bunch of damage reduction before we break it. Gradient Charge is online. That could allow us to do Shadowbringer. I'm going to spend a little bit of AP, though, first. At least 2. We got our Beneficial Contamination. So we'll leave that in place, and we'll do the Gradient Attack, which will set us up for... Or is it better just to do Final Path? Because Final Path can break. We're still a long ways away from breaking the target. It's okay to build up 2 Sun Charges, right? We can build up 2 Sun Charges here. Let's do a Gradient Attack, and then we'll do the Final Path.
Ready?
Not a ton of damage. But again, it's a mine. And who knows, maybe it does a whole bunch of break damage and actually does the break. Not really, not close. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. It's fine though, this is good. This is still good. Here I want to do Burning Canvas. Applies burn, we get Beneficial Contamination, and it's a whole bunch of damage additionally because there's 53 stacks of burn. This is where we wanted to get into our rotation.
Void takes everything.
Okay, all right, not terrible.
Take your shot.
Too early on the last one. Too early, rips the out.
Sweet taste of battle.
Probably I'm gonna do the revive with Minoko because he's out of AP, but I might as well see if I can get a Beneficial Contamination. And I do. So now we will use a revive.
Almost lost you.
Okay, 5 AP, 2 Sun Charges. And there's a mark on the target, so we're gonna get Rewarding Mark. This is where we do Sealed Fate to consume Foretell for 200% more damage. Critical hits don't remove Foretell. This is the one we want. Let's do it. And there's still 9 Foretell on the target because we got some of those as critical hits. Mael is once again ready to do a Pyrolyse. God damn. Okay, 69 stacks of burn. Y'all know what to say.
Witness the flame.
Burn overload. How am I missing that hand-to-hand combo, though? I should know that by now. Gradient Shard is online. Mighty Strike. We don't want to do that yet. We want to wait for the target to be stunned. So, for Minoko's turn, we could try to do a Brûleur Bash. But I don't think we're going to break. I don't think we're going to break. I want to get my Beneficial Contamination. I want to get it. But it's risky. Risk paid off. This thing has a huge break bar, though. It is taking us forever to get into a break against this thing. The mime still has 9 Foretell. So we could just do a Sealed Fate again. I think I want to take at least 1 shot. Oh, if I take a free aim shot, I'm going to get AP from Rewarding Mark. That would get me to Final Path, wouldn't it? I think that's what I want to do, is Final Path. Because maybe we get lucky and break it.
Your number is painted.
So close. So close to breaking it. 2 Gradient Charges, but we don't need to do Phoenix Flame. So we're in defensive stance with 9 AP. Revenge. would likely break, but it would take us out of our stance, but that's fine, because then Minoko can do his gradient charge attack when the enemy is stunned. Let's do revenge. Hopefully it breaks, but maybe it won't. I don't know. It didn't. It actually didn't break it. Dang.
Your turn to dance.
Wow. Really missing the parries here. Mime parries. We should be better at these. So, yeah, unfortunately now we're going to miss out on Minoko's gradient. His gradient move. But the most important thing is to break the enemy, right? And the enemy should still be stunned? Question mark? Or the stun is going to wear off by the time it gets back to Minoko. How is this going to work? We'll just do his Brûlure Bash. There we go. Okay. What was the 2 gradient attack for... This is our last turn of Twilight. We do 75% extra damage. Applies powerless, defenseless, and slow. Oh, it can also break. We could have broken with Doom. Interesting. I forgot about that. I want to see if we can do Minoko's attack, where he gets double damage from being stunned. So for this turn, I'll just attack with maybe I'll use an energy tint for CL. And now Mael can do another Pyrolyse. Right? Or we could do Burning Canvas to put us into offensive stance. It's just that, yeah, it's just when you have 9 AP, it feels so good to actually do the Pyrolyse. But you're not in offensive stance, so you don't get the additional burn. Okay, we'll do Burning Canvas here. Because now we don't have the Mime doing its damage reduction anymore. So now it's taking so much damage from those stacks of burn that just wore off. Okay, gradient charges. You are... Dang it, see, you're not stunned anymore. The stun wore off. Dang it. So... what do I do instead? I don't want to do Sanctuary. I think I want to use the 2 gradient charges on CL's turn. She's gonna have... She's not gonna have Twilight anymore, so... it's still okay, though. I'll see if I can get a mark with a free aim shot. Lucky! So now we get to do Venusaur Mortar. We could do another Pyrolyse. Yeah, let's just do that. Sure, why not? Oh, I was thinking we did Pyrolyse the previous turn. We did Burning Canvas. I forgot. Okay, let's do a couple free aims. And then a couple more free aims because we get... that can happen as well. And now we'll do our gradient attack, which I'm not sure if we've done before, Doom. Let's see how that works. Not bad. And we can finish things off with a Final Path. All right. The Mime is out of here, and Mael finally has her own baguette. Long have we waited for the day. It's been a long time coming, folks. The day has finally arrived. It's finally here. She doesn't have any funky sunglasses, though. Where's the sunglasses? I know Mael has such beautiful eyes, but still, the baguette. The baguette sunglasses. We're missing part of the deal here. Can Mael really call herself a true baguette aficionado? We're gonna pretend that there's some funky, silly sunglasses to go along with this baguette. I think this is where we... Okay, there's the flag up there. Let's go ahead and sit at the flag and get our everything back up to where it was a moment ago. Because we're not going to need that. The mime is gone for good. And now we need to figure out what's this situation with Nevrons kicking each other off of buildings. We need to figure out what is going on with that. Come here. Come on, let's go. Are you bigger than all the rest? Is this a boss? They seem bigger than all the rest, but it's not a boss.
I see you.
The health totals, I think, are definitely increasing the higher up we go. In addition to the size of the enemy. I got that hammer attack, though, I think. That one I feel pretty good about. So if they don't do the spin move, which I also feel very good about, then we've got the hammer attack that we're tuned into. Offensive stance, but really nothing yet that we want to... We need AP. We need it. Where's my AP at? I'm just gonna attack. I could reapply Fortify. That would give everybody a shield. I missed my quick time event. What am I doing? What am I doing, man? What is Seal gonna do? One sun charge. Final path would be decent. Build up another sun charge. How close am I to killing any of you? Not really. Maybe we just go with... Let's actually do sealed or final path against the guy with the mark. That way we can get some rewarding mark AP back. And it hits for a ton. 40k. Oh, nice. That's only a 2-hit combination. Cool.
Why, yes, I'd love a dance.
And then you're out of here. Excellent. Sweet.
Blades sharpened.
How did Mael or how did Seal already get all her AP back? See, that's what I'm not paying attention enough to the different procs that are going on. And sometimes our turn is coming around. I'm like, wait, I just spent like 9 on final path. How do you already have full AP again? Defensive stance. Not really a ton of burn on either of these guys. I guess we could reapply guard down, but it hasn't worn off yet. This is where the build feels a little bit awkward. The current skill lineup that I got from Mael, because when I'm in defensive stance and I don't have a whole bunch of burn on a target, then both Burning Canvas and Combustion are not nearly as good. But Burning Canvas maybe is still good-ish. We don't have to get like maximum usage out of it. I could also just do a Pyrolyze, but then it doesn't put me in a stance. And I want to keep the stance thing going, you know? Oh, why am I doing this? I'm going to get Beneficial Contamination from the Burning Canvas. And I guess we're focusing on the left guy because he has less health remaining.
A bit of violence, yes.
We go straight to Chapelier Slash, though, for Minoko. Missed a quick time event. That's a tough one. You gotta kind of spam it. That one does a lot of damage, though. I really like that Chapelier Slash. And that's a nice one. Cool. Wait, they just dropped Polished Chroma Catalyst? Hello? What? Is there a world? I guess maybe there's a world where you're gonna... where you would want to level up some weapon that you've ignored for the entire game, and somehow you've run out of regular low-level Chroma Catalysts. So they got to give you at least some enemies that drop those. Can we do anything with these flames? Who's making the noise that I'm hearing, though? Dude, okay, I'm also getting all of a sudden so confused on where we've been and where we haven't. Because now there's like this whole area that's below us that has a bunch of enemies. So we haven't been there yet, even though we've been ascending the whole time. Okay, so where the hell? I'm getting a little turned around here. Let me figure out where we're going. There's our flag. Okay. I'm actually just going to give myself a save point. And then give my, take my second break. And then we'll keep pressing forward. Ah, okay. So there was this... No, but this is where the mine was. Okay, I was thinking for a second, this is the rope that we get down to the rest of the level with. But that's just where we've already been. So, okay, so then there's a path up here. Which one did we already go to? I got to reestablish now, not just after going through a battle. I think this is where we came. This is where we came before. Not just when I go into a battle, but when I go... No! Oh my god. Trusting that the game will not let you just fall off a ledge. I hear the Petanque, and I saw the Petanque before. Okay, so I guess we will... Can we... This pro tip about stunning the enemies. Does this apply? Oh, it's only a single... It's only a single enemy at a time. So this is only so useful if you want to just like run in and grab an item. I think the thing that I do with the first strike and then leaving the battle is still the more effective one. Question mark? Maybe I need to test how long those enemies are stunned. Because I know with this one, at least I have like a moment before the enemies, I can go in and like spam the button here to get rid of, to get the item. I can spam the button to get the item and then get the hell out of Dodge. Rip. Yeah, rip this guy. Also, I need to figure out where I'm going here. There's the Petanque cage or trapping spot. We just need to find the Petanque now, which I've heard roaming around here somewhere. And here's the manor door. Okay, the manor door's right here. I was also thinking, where's this manor door going to be? Walks right up to it. Let's go in here. By the way, the other pro tip that I got from the audience was if you need to establish a save point, you can always like switch somebody's weapons, or I think Pictos as well, and that will automatically apply a save point on the spot, which I think I've done before on accident and not realized what exactly triggered the save. Oh, okay, there's a new audio log here, but I'm also noticing the Nevron sculptures here, which we, of course, are going to take a closer look at with our photo mode. Here's the Orphaline. Who dreamed these up? Who was responsible for which ones? Which ones were Renoir's creations? I'm not sure we faced this guy yet. This kind of looks like a Bloodborne enemy. Winter Lanterns, anyone? Very familiar with the Potier. And the... Is this the Chevalier? Don't remember what this one was called, but the one from Flying Waters. The jars. Any other cool... Oh, yep. Here's Obscure. And Minoko sitting over here as well. All these Minoko photos. The real-life Minoko. This is the real-life Minoko. And this is the painted Minoko. But all these doggo photos that were sitting around the manor that I never noticed before.
You speak to me of perfection, but
unknown.
Is there really any such thing? Or is it a siren leading us astray? I happily predict that neither of us will ever summit that elusive peak, but I care little as long as we walk together. Art gives us the perception of control. For a moment as I paint, I find order among the chaos. That is, for me, a moment of pure contentment. And that is truly better than perfection.
It says unknown, but I can't help but think that this sounds like Renoir. Now we have a Renoir. We have a Renoir entry, but there's also another unknown. Is this the same voice?
Art can be a window.
It is.
Art can be a mirror. And great art is both. Son, you'll never be a true artist if there's always a mask between you and the viewer, especially when the viewer is you.
Let's listen to Renoir's entry again.
But how?
It's the same voice, isn't it? It's Andy Serkis.
Someone who refuses to talk. We don't even share the bonds of grief anymore.
It's gotta be Renoir. That's gotta be the great Andy Serkis. Okay. Gonna think more about this entry and ponder that one over. This mirror does not actually show a reflection, does it? Okay, let's go back out into the manor. Ah, that's the store. Cool. I wonder how close we are. How many doors do we have actually opened up? What I do want to go, though, I do want to go once again back to the laboratory. Was it up here? Because apparently I still missed the thing. I still missed the thing that I was supposed to find, and I think this is probably a thing that I would not have found. I still don't know exactly what I'm looking for, but I was nudged once again to use some free aims. Try doing some free aiming. So what are we going for here? Not the flower pot. Not the big flower pot. Paintings? What would I... Like, I would never... I don't think on my own would I ever think to use my free aims in here. It just doesn't seem like there would be anything that you could just naturally interact with. There's certainly not a natural interaction in terms of like press X. But also I don't get the game communicating to me here. Free aim at... Oh. How would I have ever clued into that? See, the reticle changes now to show that the mirror actually has... It's got the red aiming reticle now. So it's the mirror. I would not have... Like, we couldn't do that with the other mirror over here, could we? The other mirror that we just... In the room that we just came from? Or any other mirror at all. How many other mirrors are there in the house? Just seeing if there were mirrors in other rooms, but the one that we just came from, there was definitely a mirror. Could we have done the same thing with that mirror? No, this one does not have a special interaction, but at least the reticle does turn red when you can do something. Oh, did I see it turn red for a second? No, I think I was seeing things. All right, let's see what the secret actually is in the bathroom. And in this case, I'm like, oh, it's upstairs. I'm okay, like, I'm always there's always like I'm of two minds when it comes to nudges, because I do like to find things on my own. But in this case, I don't think I would have ever found this on my own. I know that there's limitations to my ability to like absorb and investigate an environment, and this just would not have occurred to me. Okay. Mirror shattered. How many years of bad luck will we have as a result? Who knows? But there's a passageway back here. There is a passageway leading to...
Nice.
Oh my god, that's a health upgrade. Bro, they were hiding a health upgrade back here? Are you serious? And this... Oh my god. Oh, look at that cool visual effect, how it leaves like an imprint. Her face, her facial imprint when she leans back into the canvas as she's breathing, and you get like you can see her face momentarily in the canvas. It's kind of a weird effect. That painting though is not actually there. Holy crap. I don't think we can get back in though, can we? As a one-way trip. Nobody's tall enough to get back in, right? What a weird secret. I will certainly be on the lookout for additional secrets in the manor, and maybe I'll even go backtrack through the manor for things like that. But we also, it could be just a one-time thing. Now that I know that that's a trick, I'll try to search for more of those. So maybe give me a little time if there are additional secrets like those to discover. Maybe don't nudge me right away if I miss that, if I miss one of those in the future. But I can't guarantee that I'm gonna find them all, so we'll have to play it by ear. We'll have to play it by ear, but that's an upgrade to our health tint, which is awesome. Might be the last upgrade to our health tint. Okay, once again, I have to reestablish where I am. And I'm kind of starting to feel like I want to move forward. I do want to get the Petanque. So that is one thing I want to do. Oh, I see the Petanque over there. All right. So can we run past these guys to get the Petanque? Are they... There is one of them that's tracking us. And now there's going to be two that are tracking us. So we might not have a choice. That doesn't de-aggro them, but it does momentarily stun them. So it's maybe a little more helpful when they're chasing you. But it seems to be only of marginal utility, especially when I'm trying to get this Petanque. When I'm trying to corral and chase you into another spot. And then there's another group of enemies to contend with. I think we have. I think I have no choice. The game. If I want to get this Petanque, I'm gonna have to go through these groups of enemies. So we're getting much better at parrying their attacks. So hopefully we can start to make quick work of them.
I'd love a dance.
Nice, nice, nice.
Your turn to shine.
Too early.
Finesse and grace.
7 AP is just enough to do a Phantom Strike. It is just enough to do a Phantom Strike. That would put me into defensive stance. And then next turn I could try... What? it does build up a gradient charge. So we'll do the Phantom Strike. It just looks so cool.
Lovely feet.
One of you are out of here. Now we have one gradient charge. Would that be enough to finish this guy off? At the very least, it would let CL get more AP. So I think I'm gonna do it. Oh, it does random enemies. That's still fine. We're not gonna wait for 2 gradient charges.
Ready.
That's still pretty good damage. And it allows her to generate more AP. And so we'll do now a Sealed Fate. It's a single target ability, right? So we'll do that and put her into Twilight. Almost finishes that guy off. So close.
Let's dance.
That's a very generous parry window.
Minoko, parry.
Thought I might have been too early, but I waited just long enough. Now we do Burning Canvas, I guess. It still doesn't feel like it's reaching maximum utility because we're not close. We don't have any stacks of burn on them at all, but it's fine. You are almost dead. You are almost out of here. I don't get a mark. Maybe I'll settle for Bruller's Bash if I don't get the mark here. I do get a burn, so I can take one more stab at a mark. I don't have to... Why am I being so nitpicky about this? It doesn't matter that much because you're about to be dead. I just like to do things right. That's all. Right, in quotation marks. We're getting some good levels to our party. Do I want to bring anybody else into the fun here? We could bring in Verso. Maybe let's do that. Let's give CL a break. Or we could give... maybe Minoko. He's getting pretty ahead of the party in terms of leveling up. Let's give Minoko a break and bring in Verso. And then where did our... oh, that's right. The Batonka's in the middle of these guys. Gotta take these guys out as well. Gotta do it.
Their defenses are down.
Do I really want to start with Bad Omen, or should I start with... if I do Searing Bond, there's actually 2 burning enemies here. So I could do Searing Bond on this enemy, and then we would get the Foretell applied to the other 2 as well. So let's actually do that. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of cool. And now Verso has enough to do a Strike Storm. And Strike Storm is awesome. We'll do it against one of the burning enemies. So we get critical burn. I got 2 perfects! I actually got double perfect for once.
Let's
Yo! Patience. Patience on the hammer counter. Yo! That guy's out of here. Let's go. Okay, counters are working.
Eyes up, Verso.
Yeah, that one is really locking in now. Cool. Okay, so this guy is pretty close to dead. We're in offensive stance, so Pyrolyse makes perfect sense. We kind of want to do it on the enemy that is not close to dead because, yeah, it's Pyrolyse. And we can instead wait to do Sealed Fate on this guy. close to dead. Medium. Let's do the gradient attack here. That should hopefully finish off you. There we go. Bro, that does 42k damage. Man, not having a damage cap is so awesome. Still not close to doing Steel Strike. So we'll have to settle for another Strike Storm. Oh, 2 perfects again! We're starting to lock in the perfect quick time events on Strike Storm. Dude, that feels great. It felt like it was impossible to get before. Was there an item over there? Oh, nice. Did not see that correctly. No, don't go that way. Where are you going? What in the hell are you doing? Is it resetting? Does it actually reset its position here? What in the world is this Batonk doing? Okay, I think we got it. Assuming it doesn't do anything crazy here. I don't know what it was doing before. That was so weird, though. Okay, what's the gag with this Batonk?
Try me.
Range combo.
Careful. Not today.
Dang it. It's gonna flee in 3 turns. Okay. But there's usually a way for us to slow it down, right? I'll just go ahead and jump straight to... I wish I had a little bit more AP. If I'd have gotten those parries, instead of getting hit, I would have had full APs for full AP for Final Path. Instead, we'll settle here for... None of these are super enticing. I'll just do a Syrian Bond.
Take this.
That's still okay for a single hit.
Watch out, my elf.
On me.
Not today.
You want to be a little bit early. Err on the side of being early with the
Ready to strike.
with the ranged combo. It's gonna flee in 2 turns. Are we gonna be able to make it there? Should I just go for Steel Strike now? I think I still want to do Strike Storm because we're in C at the moment. No double perfect that time, but at least we didn't miss. And Strike Storm is still so freaking good. So close to doing a Pyrolyse. Can I get lucky here with a free aim? Yes, I can. Boom.
Witness the flames.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so Gradient Attack is available. If I do that, that would apply 10 Foretell, and then we could consume that Foretell. But I could also just do Final Path, and I might break the thing. I think that's what I should do. How come it didn't get broken? We were right there.
Let's start.
Incoming.
You can really go early. You can be so early on those counters. It says it's going to flee next turn, but I think we can stun it here, right? Gradient Attack. We don't have enough for Striker yet, which would be able to break. But we can break if we build up enough of a Gradient Charge here. We can... CL can break. We're at A right now. I really want to do this Steeled Strike. I want to do this Steeled Strike. And we shouldn't get interrupted, right? I'm going to do Steeled Strike even though we're not at S, because I haven't got to do it yet. Dang it. So Verso winds up, and that does get us to 2 Gradient Charges, which I'm not going to do with Mael. I'm going to do it with CL, and she gets to break that way, right? For Mael, we just do Burning Canvas for even more burn. And even more damage. Because that's how the combo is supposed to work. We'll try to get a beneficial contamination here. Good. And now we do Doom. No perfect quick time, but it's all right.
Ready.
That gave us a Moon Charge as well, which puts us into Twilight. And now we have 6 AP to do Dark Wave. With 10 Foretell on there, we could do Sealed Fate, which may not consume Foretell. I think that's probably better. And it gives us a chance to go for another beneficial contamination. All right, we don't get it this time, so I will just do the Sealed Fate.
Your fate is sealed.
It didn't consume hardly any Foretell because we got so many critical hits. That's awesome. Now we just do another Pyrolyse. Now the Petong is no longer stunned. That did so... I almost missed it because I forgot Verso was ready to go. The thing was almost dead though. I was like, oh shit, it's like Strike Storm. I need to hit these quick time events so Verso doesn't miss. We didn't get to see the full blow or the full glory of the Steeled Strike, but we finally at least got Verso to wind up for it. Okay, let's figure out though where we're going here, because we kind of need to... I want to see if we're... Like, how close are we to the actual end of this level? Do we still have a long ways to go? That's what I'm curious about. But the Petong is out of here. Resources have been gathered. And, did you see how much, like, half his health bar went away from those burn stacks? I missed how much damage it was. But we had like 100 stacks of burn, and of course now they do their full damage. Because we're living in that world. How do I get up there? To where that rope is. Did I already go up in this direction? This might be the way forward. Yeah, I think... Apparently I gotta jump over that. Am I going to somewhere new? No, the flag is right here. I mean, I guess I'll take my save point. I definitely don't want to respawn the enemies. Did I... We came from this direction, right? I'll go and heal the party. Okay, and then this guy... We respawned him, apparently. I didn't realize that I did that. But I think I'm done exploring up here. I think, but I'm also not sure where I'm going next. Because I'm a little lost. How do I get over there? How do I get over... There's a grappling hook spot there. From where do I get that grappling hook? Was I actually not done up here? I might have to wander around for a couple minutes here to try to find exactly where I'm supposed to go. Because this level is definitely... I do see there's another set of enemies up there. So I must have missed a rope. I already came this way. Oh, but then I fell down, didn't I? Is that what I missed? I think it is, because I fell down. Okay. This might be the way forward. I think it is. This must be the way forward. Okay, I hear an item. Oh no, it's this thing. This thing makes a sound. So I've got this. Okay, this group of enemies here, which maybe we can avoid. Because they have their backs turned to us. That's where we get the grappling hook. Okay. All right. I don't think I missed an item over there. Can't say for sure. Either way, I think we're finally headed in the right direction. This level, though, is not the easiest to navigate. Let's get Mael back center stage with the baguette. Because she's waited so long for her baguette moment. Is that another mime? Yo, what the hell is this thing? It's actually a cutscene. It's an Orphaline, except also the Grinch. Apparently we're friends. Yo, you made some wings for us?
Vertigo, remember?
Remember? She's met this guy before. Can't somebody else use it?
His intentions are good, I know, but his methods...
Your father?
I'm the youngest, which makes everything worse.
Oh, I understand that. Only child.
Yeah, Claire's the oldest. She's just so perfect. So accomplished and talented. Papa's favorite. He's so proud of her. And Verso. Verso could always make Papa laugh. I had so many inside jokes. Then there's me.
And then there's you. The actual favorite. The one he calls his hidden star, but who's too shy and self-conscious to see it.
Yet here I am, messing things up even more.
Look around. He just wants you to fly.
The guy did try to give him wings just now, it's true. Tried to give her wings, excuse me. This is so weird. This Orphaline is different from the rest. It does not sabotage, it builds.
All these inventions. Gustave would have loved to see this.
What a quirky little game. It makes so much more sense, though, when you know it's in the context of the fact that it's all in the canvas. And the whole game, an interaction like that, I would have been like, man, this is just so bizarre. Such a weird freaking game. But now when you put it in this context of this, oh, it's just in a painted world. For some reason, that's so much easier to accept for me. Like,
Nice.
oh yeah, I get it. I get why that's a thing. I keep thinking I hear items glowing, but some of them are these torches. So I think we move on. Whee! Balloon ride. Very, very foggy balloon ride. Oh my god. Can see absolutely nothing. Expedition 61. Foggy area is actually the name of the flag. Good. Yes. Name checks out. This enemy. Did we cross paths with this one before? I feel like we saw it in a painting or something. Or maybe we've actually battled it. I don't know. New Pictos?
Useful.
Protecting Tint. Healing Tints also apply Shell. That's not terrible. It's only costs 5. It's a lot of stats. It is a lot of stats to potentially give somebody. Sniper. We leveled up Sniper. Do we bring in... This would nerf Miles' speed a whole bunch. She would now be ever so slightly slower than Verso. Because don't we have a bunch of we have a bunch of points to give Verso, I think. I think let's actually give him those points. Let's go ahead for the moment. We'll keep that Pictos on Mael. And we'll go back and we'll give her just a little bit more speed. Ooh, I like the vocals here. Just enough to make her faster than Verso. And then we'll give the rest into defense. And then for Verso, give him a whole bunch of health. That's a lot of health. But that's what his weapon scales with. Let's do it. Got recoats later if we need them. Is this guy a boss? He's actually really big. I have a feeling, though, this is just the normal enemy in this area. I think it is. Okay, it is a new enemy, though. So let's take on at least one of them. I keep thinking we faced this one before because it's holding a lamp, but I think that's... I'm mixing it up with the Lamp Keeper. Okay, now that has to be a... Oh, I took Minoko out of the party, huh? Did I mean to do that? This has got to have a new leg for Minoko, doesn't it? We need to bring Minoko back in. There we go. The lamp removes blight from CL. Okay, I guess we didn't have any blight there to remove, so we didn't get that benefit from it. Good to know. This enemy probably is going to be applying blight. Let's do Searing Bond.
Take this.
It's resistant to dark. Another reason to bring in Minoko. Wow, this is beautiful, this music.
Ready to strike.
I know, I've said it the whole game. It's just the nature of the game. The music rocks. This guy is tough.
Bring it on.
Velour? Is it just one big strike that applies 5 stacks of blight?
Oh well.
And there goes Verso. And then there's a blighted wave that seems to not do any damage, but it blights us. And I already took away the weak spot. Okay, interesting. Interesting.
Did I die again?
Yes. Why does Verso have 1 HP? Because he has 11 stacks of blight that don't go away. Did I just give a thing to Mael that allows her to do healing tints that also remove blight? I'm not going to test that right now because she's an offensive stance and I want to do something else. What do I do? Revenge? Because Revenge could... Maybe the Blight stacks count as a hit taken? No. Okay.
Just try it.
Oh, that one fakes me out because he's got an overhand that looks similar. And I did too early there. This is rough. This is a rough one. Because we really need a way to clear that status effect, don't we? Because Verso coming back with 1 HP doesn't exactly help me a ton. Shit. Too soon.
Finesse and grace.
Gotta learn these parries. I'm gonna try this time to do a heal. Mael's gonna lose her stance, but I'm gonna see if this takes away Blight. It does not, but I also forgot that Verso can't be healed. So... Not sure. This guy has so much health. Oh my god. See, that was the overhand. And there's a longer delay on that overhand. Shit. Okay, his lamp is back. Verso needs to hit that lamp to clear his stacks. So we're saving that weak point for Verso. Hopefully he can stay alive. 9 AP for CL. We still have a gradient charge. So I could do another sun charge if I wanted to. But I could just do final path. We're not close to breaking the thing. I'll go ahead and use the gradient attack here. Oh, it's resistant to dark. I forgot. Final path does dark damage. So we want to do Sealed Fate instead, don't we? Sealed Fate's actually the only thing I have that does not dark damage.
Your fate is sealed.
Parry it!
Way too soon. Way too soon. One of these times I won't jump the gun. Okay. Verso has no health, which would be a perfect time for him to use Berserk Slash. Boy, was it ever. My goodness.
On me.
Nice, finally. Shit, I think I was actually too late finally. What am I like, I'm trying to look at his hand, but it's so hard to tell when exactly he's gonna pull it up. All right, 7 AP for Mael, sorry, CL. And the only thing that's really good for her is Sealed Fate. He still has Foretell on him, so let's just keep doing Sealed Fate. After no, he's got double mark right now, let's just do Sealed Fate.
Your fate is sealed.
Because that actually does damage to him.
Sharpened.
The lamp is not back. It's not back yet, so there's 7 stacks to burn right now. Let's just do Pyrolyze. Even though we're in stance. Even though we were stanceless. Way too early. Shit. Again, way too early. Like I'm watching...
Leaving you behind.
Oh, Mile comes back. I'm watching the lamp and he kind of sways it a bit to the right. And that's when I parried. I thought that was the tell. So maybe I need to just wait until right after when he sways that little sway of the lamp. And then maybe that's when he yanks it upward. 9 AP again. I just don't want to do any of my other abilities because they're all dark damage. Including the gradient attack. So we just keep doing Sealed Fate. Getting Beneficial Contamination first. Because the Foretell just stays on there.
I'll manage.
Berserk Slash again seems awesome to me.
Got this.
The overhand, I'm starting to see coming. No, I'm still going too early. Fortunately, that doesn't deal damage to us. It just does the whole applying a stack of light, which is not the worst thing ever. 4 AP. Could do the Virtuose Strike. Maybe I will do that here. That'll put her in Virtuose stance, and then she would have 6 AP to be able to do a combustion, right? When the guy has 36 stacks of burn, which is pretty decent. Could also do a burning canvas. Maybe that's better. The burning canvas might be the better way to go. Yeah, in either case, I'm going to try to get a beneficial contamination first. Now I will just do the gradient attack. And again, I can take 1 shot at a beneficial contamination. Although, at the same time, I get beneficial contamination already because I'm doing burning canvas.
Just try it.
The overhand, I like it. Because I can see it. That one I thought was pretty close on the parry timing. Maybe it can't be parried. I have to feel, though, that I'm still just missing it. Although, I think it's not going to matter, because I think you're dead. That guy is tough, though. My goodness. All right, level 20... Is that a new weapon? Or we leveled up a weapon for Lune? I think we did. Level 7 to level 20. My goodness. That is now her highest level weapon. It's a lightning damage weapon. It's our first level 20 weapon too. Yo. That is so much better from an attack power standpoint. What does it do again? Casting a skill increases the skill damage of all other elements by 20%. Resets when casting a skill of a previous element. On turn start, if no stains, 2 random stains are generated. Oh my god. I want to try this. And it gets +1 AP when stains are consumed. Okay. Lune's coming back in. Oh, but Minoko needs to come back in as well. The whole party needs a heal, one way or the other. And I want Minoko back in to get legs. But I also want... Okay, Ciel's going to take a break for sure. Minoko comes back in. And then... I want to do this lineup here. I want to do this lineup. But Verso does need some levels. I don't know. I I want to try this new weapon for Lune, though. I want to try it out. And we're a little bit close to the end here, but I do want to do one more battle just to see what this feels like. Because I want to see Lune's new kick-ass weapon. Level 20 weapon, dude! That's so exciting. We want to focus fire the enemies to the sides if we can, but we'll start with a Bachelier Fortify. And now Lune gets a Grass Stain and a Lightning Stain. So this is where we do Wildfire, and then she'll have the stains that she needs to do right away in Elemental Genesis. Now my only question is, how does the Elemental Genesis, how is that counted in terms of this weapon? Because it's kind of like all of the affinities, right? It's all of the different magical elements. But we'll do Wildfire. And yeah, guard down. You can kind of tell when it's the overhand because the camera angle is a little bit different. I'm still going early there, if that can be parried. Shit. Oh, she has healing parry. I forgot about that.
Lune, watch out.
Finally, I countered that that double pokey one in the middle. Lune is ready to do Elemental Genesis, which I want to do. Nobody has an insane amount of blight yet. Maybe this turn I heal with Minoko after I try to get a beneficial contamination somewhere.
I'm ready.
Overhand again. I like seeing that one. I was pretty close that time. It may not be counterable. We have 9 AP. We could do a lightning dance as well. That's the other thing. We have the stains for a lightning dance. But I kind of want to do this new elemental. It's extreme damage to all enemies. That's the thing. It hits all the enemies. And we only need 4 AP for it. So I can spend a little bit of time trying to get a mark on some of these guys. There was my burn. Oh, he's weak to lightning? Good to know. Okay, let's just do Elemental Genesis.
Meet your reckoning.
Elemental Genesis, where have you been my entire life? Are you kidding me? That was so freaking good. That was incredible. That was so stinking good. I think I'm just attacking with Mael here. This one is the behind. I still went too early on that one. I know it's sooner than the overhand. I still went too soon. Man, that is... I feel like I'm getting the parry timing now on that, and it's not doing a thing. So it maybe is not parryable. Do we remove the stacks of light from Minoko? I think so. It's going to consume the mark. But it also may reapply a mark. So that's good. And now Minoko is in a spot to do Chevalier Thrusts. Yo! Oh my god. Good damage.
So much potential.
Okay, so we get 2 random stains now. Dude, this is a potential setup for Lune that I might want to stick with. Oh my god. What's our gradient charge? Remove all shields. Generates a light stain as well. The other option is to just do another wild... No, I don't want to do wildfire, actually, because it's weak to lightning, isn't it? I want to do a... I want to do something that sets up another elemental genesis. I think I just do lightning dance, even though it's not greatly increased damage.
Lightning dance.
This is still pretty good. It's still pretty dang good, and it's going to have the stains online to do another elemental genesis.
Feeling better.
Could I dodge this? Maybe I can dodge it. I tried dodging and my characters didn't even move, did they? So it's not something you can parry at all. Good to know. Now I have 9 AP when I'm in defensive stance. So Pyrolyze is like, eh. We'll just do Burning Canvas.
Void, take everything.
The fun begins.
Caster Mask. Resistance to dark damage, right? I might just end up healing with Minoko. This one is the quicker one. And I thought I went too fast, but I just locked that in. Yeah, see, I'm like spamming the dodge button and they're not moving. Okay, Elemental Genesis, go. I'm not gonna remove the mark.
Meet your reckoning.
Like, it's not quite as impressive when it's just one enemy. Oh no, what? I missed that? Dang it. Not focused. It's just a little less impressive when it's just the one enemy. So it might have been better to build up for like a lightning dance there. Another one. We don't have 2 gradient charges, so we can't res Lune with the gradient attack, but we could do a Pyrolyze and just do a shit ton more damage. I will res with Minoko though. Not gonna hit the lamp because Lune would rather hit the lamp. But I have a feeling it's not gonna matter.
Your turn to dance.
Oh, red?
Now's our chance.
That procced like all of her things. All of her things procced there. If I want to do Elemental Genesis again, I have to do a Wildfire. I think I'd rather focus on doing a Lightning Dance, which means I could do a Healing Light this turn, and then Lightning Dance would be ready to go next turn. Do I just do Sanctuary? Sure.
Energized.
This will hurt.
Combustion? Should finish you off. Or not. Never mind. Okay. I forgot those 2 hits. Oh yeah. Those guys are so tough. But I think it's really that they just have a lot of health. Their attacks are actually not too bad. to parry. But I'm excited to keep going in this level, but I can tell there's just so much more still. It's just one of these levels that's a bit more than just your average side quest material, which I'm glad to see. We'll go ahead and wrap up this installment of Expedition 33 right here. And Mael finally has a baguette. All is right in the world. We're in an area where it's so foggy you can't see a damn thing. But I am liking, dude, the combat in this game just keeps getting better and better. And now that we're living in this world where we don't have a damage cap, and we're starting to get level 20 weapons, this felt so good. I think we had used this one before, hadn't we? I feel like I used this at some point earlier in the playthrough. Or maybe there was a weapon that was similar that gave us stains at the very start of the turn. That's such a cool effect. And I love how it gets us set up into either Elemental Genesis or Lightning Dance that much more quickly. I think maybe one change I might make at the very end here, real quick though, is just Combustion actually feels like it's competing directly with Burning Canvas. I think it actually makes total sense to swap out Combustion altogether and just put Burning Canvas in its place. Because they're kind of wanting to do the same thing. They want there to be a whole bunch of burn on the target, and then they put you back into offensive stance. So this slot here probably makes more sense to bring back in either Rain of Fire or Spark. And I think I'm going to do Spark just because I need... Oh, actually, no. No, I want Rain of Fire. Because there are times where I want to go back into offensive, or I should say... No, wait. Am I thinking this right? Maybe it was Spark that I wanted. Because Guard Down into Spark is the one that we can more reliably do at the beginning of the battle. I'll think through exactly what the correct skill setup is going to be, and we'll figure that all out as we continue to press into... Man, look at how the Reacher has so much more to go, potentially. We'll figure it all out next time. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.